animal, babies.
And that's where the train of STDs started.
No.
Oh, before that. No. We've established that was back in Nam. That was Seoul, Korea.
When he was trying heroin for the first time and just laying down the law over there in Vietnam.
Laying down the law. Let's go ahead and start the show, the Simple Mind Sports Show, where we talk New England sports and the latest and greatest coming out of New England sports. Some opening takes. The table is wide open here. We have not discussed what we want to discuss here. Bill, seeing as you're watching the Bruins, why don't you give us a take?
Yeah, Bruins have one even strength goal in 5 games against Carolina. They're out currently, including this game. They're being outscored 22-2 in that in those course of those games. Bruins suck. They're going to get swept by Carolina. This was a terrible matchup. As much as I hate Toronto and how good Toronto is, I'd much rather see Toronto. And it sucks the Bruins got hurt and they couldn't stay healthy to kind of dictate their own seeding. But Carolina, it's going to be a sweep.
Quick question, Bill. Has David Pastrnak scored any of those 2 goals?
Don't do it, Bill. Don't do it. Bill,
I think he had
don't.
1 out of the 2, and Taylor Hall has the second one.
The second one being the only playoff goal, and Pasternak's being one from was it November or October?
I have no idea.
Okay,
it's one playoff game. We're going to fight now because I'll just go and watch it.
Yeah, I'm gonna pour a little salt on the wound. You know, when your team is reeling and you need some offensive production, the best goal scorer in the league would be nice if he showed up.
He did knock their goalie out with a cross check to the face, so he just exited the game. Ranini or whatever his
Rayna.
Yeah, look at that. Yeah.
Pastrnak just cross-checked him.
He ran him on a Bruins power play, and he left bleeding and got carried out, helped off the ice.
Hey,
so
that may be the only way they can score on the power play is if you just literally tackle the goalie out of the way. So
if the Bruins win now, do you take
it all
back?
back?
Yeah.
Everything back.
I take it all back. And the butthole tattoo is still on the table, not for Bill anymore. Now it's Ray's butthole tattoo. Looking for a Stanley Cup Finals without Tuukka. Speaking of that, Ray, why don't you go ahead and go with your opening take?
Thank you, Richard. Today is May 6th, Mother's Day weekend. I just want to wish all the mothers out there a very happy Mother's Day. We give shit to all of our mothers, but hey, it's your day today. Enjoy.
Wow.
Sunday.
Wow. Yeah, Sunday. It's your weekend.
It's your weekend. It's always your day. Every day should be a Mother's Day.
I don't know where he's going with this. It feels slighted, but you know, we make fun of his mother the most, so she earned it. Happy Mother's Day, Irene.
Wait. Would you just say Mother's or do you just say day, Bill? When you just do Mother's Day?
Just day.
Just day. Happy
just
day.
Happy day.
Happy day.
And 4 years. Happy Mother's Day. Within a decade, you get the whole message. Here's it off the cups. I just got an update on my telephone, and it says Ben Simmons will undergo microdiscopy surgery to alleviate back pain. I'm going to completely flip my take on Ben Simmons. This is the best long con an athlete has ever pulled. He's going to go
surgery.
He's going to go under the knife to have back surgery just to prove he's not a pussy.
What are they going to do when they go in there? They're going to go in there.
Take it all back. I take it all back.
I'm Team Ben Simmons here. This is a $19 million long con.
You have to respect the long con. You have to. It's like, you think I'm a pussy? Watch this. I'm gonna have back surgery because I got a sore back.
He's locked up in Philadelphia or Brooklyn for another 4 years.
Yeah,
like 160 million or something.
He's never playing again. Shit. I told you this. Mark that down, Ray, in the fucking ledger. 2 weeks ago, I told you he's never playing. He's never playing again. 2-0 Hurricanes. Welcome to the Simple Mind Sports Show. Friday, rewind. May 13th, May 6th.
No,
May 6th. It's Mother's Day.
You're right.
Yeah.
Welcome to the weekend. Bill's dying.
Fucking assholes.
I got something troubling on my mind. I got something troubling on my mind. I got something.
No butthole tattoo for this guy.
Nope. You can keep that nice and hairy. If you're looking to get hairy, head on down to White Birch Brewing, the best craft brewing in New Hampshire, Nashua, New Hampshire. Ray, address, please.
460 Amherst Street.
Good side, Amherst Street. Head on down to the brewery. Get yourself a flight, a pint. The Dr. Vito's flight of pints. Drive responsibly. Call Uber Ray. You should get his phone number and a picture of him flash up on the screen. That'd be a nice little.
Yeah, I think it'd be a great idea to broadcast his phone number out.
Totally.
It's not my phone number. I don't give a fuck.
Oh God, I can't wait to get that angry email.
We'll leave one digit at the end, so anybody who wants it actually work for it. You got to go through the 9 different digits and see if you get them.
I mean, you'd figure it out pretty quick which one it is. It's the only 2 numbers that go together.
In a phone number? Oh, okay. I get it. That was a sex joke. Okay. If you're gonna get down to the brewery anyway, whether Uber Ray's there with you or not, have some fun. If you can't get there, then get to your local beer store. Wherever you get it, tell me Simple Minds Boys sent you. White Birch Brewing. Okay, gentlemen, we're gonna start Celtics. This is Wednesday. The Celtics just completed the Game 2 victory over the Bucks last night. A nice response from our boys in green. Here are some key takeaways for you. My first one was Jaylen Brown came out on fire.
A blaze last night.
A blaze of fire. He was fun to watch. 30 points overall, 25 in the first half. That whole first half, the entire offense was clicking. They had, I believe it was 38 baskets and 28 assists on the game. So they were really moving the ball. And when they do that, their offense is good. Hence the 23 point shots made from the Celtics compared to the 3 3-point shots made by the Bucks. I don't think that's sustainable, but a lot of those shots were wide open. They were creating some wide open looks for the Grant Williams of the world. Al Horford, Jalen and Jason got into the mix, obviously. Defense on Giannis was the other key fact. Holding that team to 86 points is pretty good. Giannis is shooting under 50% on the season. He's up around 60 in the playoffs. He's above that. So holding him to 30-something percent field goal. What else can you say? Grant Williams had an amazing game. Defensively stood up, was taking it on the chin, took some big hits from Giannis, and dropped 6 3-pointers in their eyeball too, and talked some shit along the way. So Grant Williams has made himself known as a role player
Still
for the
hate
Celtics.
him.
I know, Bill, because you can't give up on your take. Here's a good one you can hate. Derek White sucks. Derek White stinks. Derek White stinks. I never thought I'd say this, but we need Marcus Smart back as soon as possible.
We were singing his praise after that good 2-game run that he started, and now I'm like, get this bum out. I'd rather Peyton Pritchard. Start Peyton Pritchard.
I think Bill could go on the court and shoot. I think Bill could go out there in the court and get a basket more than Derek.
No, I suck at basketball. I definitely can't.
Oh wow! In the show change, he's changed his tune from comparing himself to professional athletes.
Well, NFL. He's an NFL player.
Oh, he's an NFL player. Tune in on
Not
Tuesday to hear Bill's overly confident self-worth
draft analysis of himself. Yeah.
Best player for the Bucks. Both these games has been Drew Holiday. He's been getting buckets, getting where he wants to go, and a harassing defense, almost full court, almost every possession. Again, Marcus Smart out with a thigh bruise, the toughest guy in the NBA. Couldn't get on the court with a bruise.
There's more. No.
What a
There's
pussy.
more. There's more to it than that. Jay Stu is breaking it down. He had a separated shoulder. He does have a bruise on his thigh, but then he also pulled something in his calf or hamstring. They're saying so. He has 3 injuries.
Hey, I side with him with the calf injury, man. Mine's still flaring up. It's been like 3 weeks, month. I mean, it's still.
And you're NFL caliber, man.
No way. You walked 9 holes yesterday. You look good doing it too.
Oh, you're right. I did walk 9 holes yesterday.
You guys walked.
Yeah,
hell yeah, we did.
Can't believe you guys didn't tell me that in the text chain. Anything else? What else? How else do you see this series?
We kept that private. We'll let you know next week when we walk.
Okay, I appreciate it. Yeah, no, let me know. Hole by hole, please. How do you see this series going there, Bill? Basketball, Bill. Game 1 we haven't talked about too much. Game 2, Celtics response. Should we expect this kind of back and forth 7-game, 6-game type of series? I know you have the Bucks taking it down. What do you expect to see here in your initial kind of reaction from?
I think you made a good point with the threes. I mean, Brooklyn. Milwaukee only hit 3. I mean, the Celtics are shooting 41% from behind the line right now. I mean, that's not sustainable, right? And like you alluded to, open shots, they are getting open looks, but eventually that luck's going to run out. You're seeing the calls. Giannis is getting. I mean, he's not getting the offensive calls. He's hard to stop. You just got to try to contain everybody around him. I mean, Drew Holiday's the big key. I mean, they spent 4 first-round draft picks and two pick swaps to go out and get him. It led to a championship last year, and he's looking better this year than he did last year. I mean, this is a dogfight. I think, you're looking at a series that's going to go 6 or 7 games. I mean, this is what you're going to do. I think Grant Williams, they're making a huge deal about him, but he's not going to stop Giannis. He's not going to continue to do that, especially now that you're moving to Milwaukee. Good for Milwaukee. They're going back 1-1, but yeah, they're going to adjust. I mean, who's a Budenholzer or whatever? I mean, he's a championship coach. I mean, he knows how to coach, and that they're going to adjust to that Grant Williams factor. And I don't think he's going to get the calls that he was getting. And I think you're going to see Giannis on the line fucking 20 times going forward, and it's going to hard to beat. I mean, he's the best player on the planet, number 2, number 3, wherever you want to put him behind Kevin Durant or whoever's opinion. And
Sure.
He's shown it. He can take over a series, and you got to hope you can contain him. But getting Marcus Smart back and healthy, it was good to steal one with him out. So I mean, I think his health depends on it. You're not going to survive another game or 2 with him out if he's out a long stretch. I mean, the only way you're going to win, and I hate to say it and praise him that much, is if he's healthy and in the series. Because Derek White, Peyton Pritchard, as much as I like Pritchard, he's not Marcus Smart, and just
their
defense
guard
and
depth
stuff.
is limited to those 3 players. It's as much of that as it is the individual performances. Their depth at guard is really, really shallow. And they need Marcus Smart back for more reasons than one. Ray, your thoughts on the first 2 games here and the series moving forward?
Game 1, I thought there was way too many 3-pointers taken over. I think it was
They
50,
took 50.
50
They took
3-pointers.
50.
And they made 19 out of them. So that was a bad. And then on game 2, they shot over 70% in the first quarter from field goal range. So that's unheard of. I don't think they can keep up with that, obviously. Al Horford, I think, is the guy that should be getting a lot of praise right now, not Grant Williams. He's been the one going up against Giannis. He's doing a great job at 35 years old. He looks like he's got a little spring in his step for this playoff run. And it's great to see from Al Horford, Other than that, I think Grant Williams is playing great. I like the shit talking. He has confidence rolling in. He's being a great role player right now, and that's what we needed. We needed like an Eddie House. Remember, we were talking that earlier in the year. We need someone like Eddie House to give the spark off the bench. And that's been Grant Williams for us this year, so I'm happy with that. The other thing I need to say is Tatum needs to stop bitching at the refs. It's never going to change. Even if you're bitching, they're not going to call a foul for you. They're just going to tee you up one more time. So cut the shit, go back, play defense, suck it up, bitch.
Yeah, the bitching is a whole NBA thing, but Tatum is pretty.
He's
tough
taking it to
watch.
Daniel Tice is doing it. I mean, it's getting pretty bad.
Yeah, the Celtics are pretty bad at it. I'll just say this about the sustainability and the way the Celtics are playing. Game 1 and game 2, they both shot a ton of 3-pointers. That's what the Bucks want you to do. They've got 3 big guys in there on the paint. They crowd the paint. They dare you to take the threes. They dare you to make the threes. I think it's completely possible, way more, very, very possible for the Celtics to shoot over 40% from 3, 4 out of the 7 games in this series. And that's all you need. And that's a win. So I think that's a 6-7 game series for them to do that. But the Bucks look pretty good defensively. Their perimeter defense is really tight in forcing these guys to make decisions and get into their offense quick, and they're hounding them up the court. But there's a reason not everybody does it in the NBA. That's because if you break down initial press and you get into the paint and you start moving the ball around, you get wide open shots. And that's what the Celtics did the whole first half of the game. They got away from it a little bit in the third quarter, but even then, once they needed a bucket, they went back to their offense and they got open shots. I don't see how the Bucks change that defensively. Their best chance of winning is what they're doing, clogging the paint and making them shoot threes. And look, if the Celtics go cold and they shoot 30% instead of 40, they'll lose. But if they make their threes, which I think they can do between the Jays, Grant Williams, and Al Horford, Peyton Pritchard out there, they'll win. And I think that's what I think that's what it's going to come down to.
How many more games do you think you're going to hold them under 90? I mean, that's the key, right? So, I mean, no matter how bad the Celtics are playing, if you can hold Milwaukee to 89 points every night, you're going to win. I just don't see it in being sustainable.
More
to
games.
Hold them.
This is the Middleton. This is the Middleton factor, right?
Yeah,
because
he's a killer. I mean, that's the outside shooter that would kill the Celtics and has owned them.
Look at the Bucks and how well they shot the ball in game 1. They couldn't miss from 3. Everybody was hitting. Grayson Allen was hitting. The other white boy was hitting. Drew Holiday was hitting fucking fuck you threes in the first quarter. They don't shoot like that all the time. I wish I texted these 2 thoughts to you after game 1 because I could be tooting my ass off. My first thought was the Bucks won't shoot this well moving forward. They're going to come back down to earth, and the Celtics just the opposite, which is kind of what we saw a little bit more on the Celtics side. The other thing, the Jaylen Brown game in game 1, which is terrible, he completely got away from his mid-range game, which is, I think, his best part of his game, that little fadeaway at the free throw.
Mhm.
And we saw it in quarter 1 of game 2. That's exactly where he went. He put Grayson Allen on the deck. He stepped back on Giannis. He scored 10 straight points right in that free throw area. He can own that area because that's the weakness of the Bucks defense, and it's the strength of Jalen's game. So I think that they can hold Giannis in check. I don't see him going off for a 50-point game the way that they're going to play defense on him if everyone stays healthy for the Celtics, and it's up to the Bucks role players to be able to hit shots. And that's what it's going to come down to. It's a make-miss league. You got to hit shots to win. And I think the Celtics have more shot makers on their team right now.
We haven't even seen Peach Basket out there, the best player in the best shooter in the draft.
What
out
if?
there.
What happened to him?
We saw him at the end of game 1. We saw them all.
Well, we saw the whole bench there. Yeah.
If you kept the game on for that long. He just got out of the rotation, Bill. They're playing an 8-man rotation right now. That's how Iman wants to do it.
I didn't know. I know
agree
they
with
sent him up to Maine. I didn't know if he came back.
He's back.
He's still there. There's some guys
like
on the
those
end of this
small
bench that if
rotations.
I named them, even you couldn't tell me who they were, Bill. And I know that you're not a
Hacker.
basketball guy, but
Sam Hecker, isn't he on there or whatever?
yeah,
his name
he's
is?
one of the
Pecker?
well-known guys. There's a couple at the end that you.
There's a couple
who
of
the
white guys. I'm like,
Who
who's
the
that guy?
hell is this?
Is Hecker's like a 7-foot whitey, right?
I don't know if he's quite 7 foot, but
Can I
he's a
say
3.
whitey?
He's a 3.
It's okay, right?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
We're white.
White on
Cool.
white on white, man.
White on white, baby. All right, quick break, and we're going to do some tough Bruins talk. We'll be right back.
Bill's gonna get angry.
Look how sad he is.
I have to keep watching the Celtics in the playoffs instead of the Bruins. I'm going to be upset.
Well, don't worry.
That's-
You got your Red Sox too.
Don't worry. 7 p.m. every night. Nesson.
Yeah, baby.
Good win last night.
Woo!
Waka waka waka.
The shining bright spot in the Red Sox organization.
I
Are
tried
we
to tell you
talking
that,
them?
Bill.
Are we talking them?
Heard it here
them
first. Bottom of the totem pole. Done.
Mhm.
I got some good stats.
Okay, let's breeze
Yeah.
through this Bruins section here because half of it is going to have to be done tomorrow at some point because we're in the middle of game 2. Just your key takeaways here from game 1. Bill, I'll read you a couple of mine and you can go from there. Ray, hockey guy Ray, if you have something to add. Bruins in that first period, I think made or break maybe the series with the amount of shots that they got on goal and the amount of times they failed to put it in the back of the net. Some key rebounds they missed throughout the whole game. Bad positioning. One by Jake DeBrusk in the right spot. Just unlucky bounces. Taylor Hall hit a post in the third period. Your offense just couldn't finish. You outshot them. You couldn't finish in that first period. You really set the tone. And if you had buried one, maybe even two, then it's a completely different game. And I think probably a completely different series at this point. That being said, it was a 2-1 game in the third period. Like I said, when Taylor Hall turned it on, he had a couple rushes there to start the third period that if he had buried one, it's a different game. Instead, they come back. Grizzly gets pinched and misses it, goes for the pinch and misses it. And boom, now it's a 3-1 game and it's pretty much over. Olmark looks soft, Bill. I think a lot of people are giving some credit on that, but I don't.
Yeah, I'm sick of that credit. I mean, he had, not to cut you off, but we're recording in the middle of game 2. He had his first goal came, or second goal came from the point, and that's a problem. I mean, that needs to be addressed.
2 of those in game 1 came from the point, and all I'm hearing is, well, he was screened.
No,
well,
you need.
it's the goalie's
Bruce
job to not
Cassidy
be
said
screened.
it. Yeah, and Bruce Cassidy said it well. He says you need to make sure you're clear in your crease out. You own that crease. You move guys out of there. You need to create your shot. You need to create your line of sight, right? And the Bruins need to do a better job of helping him out a little bit there. But no, I would have went to Swayman. Truthfully, I'm all set with Allmark, especially watching him tonight. I mean, again, another goal from the point. It was tipped. Still, though,
I'll tell you what they
you
should
had a
do.
good
They should
start.
pull him right now in game 2. Put Swayman in there. Try and give the team a jolt.
You're
give them a
down. You're
boost.
down 2-0. Basically, the end of the first. You're getting real chippy right now. You just had Coyle and another guy go off for matching minors. You're getting real chippy after the whistle. Now get some fights. I'm hoping it brings some life into them. But again, you're 20. You're outscored, including tonight. You're 23-2 total in the 6 games. I believe this is 6 games. You have 1 even strength goal, and I believe it was Taylor Hall last night. or Monday night, whenever it was. So I mean, this is a problem. You have your 1 for 17 against Carolina on the power play, and I believe your Bruins are 3 or 2 for their last 49 on the power play now after the 2 tonight. So I mean, you have your problem right there. I mean, we've said it once on the show, maybe 1,000 times. I mean, you need the depth scoring. None of those guys aren't stepping up, and then when your power play is not clicking, this is when you need it the most, and you're not getting it. And again, you don't have a goalie that's going to steal you a series. I don't think Swayman or Allmark's that problem. I mean, that guy, in as much as I hate Tuukka Rask, but he's a goalie that's going to steal you a series. He's a goalie that's going to get you there, but never win you anything. But he'll at least get you there, and the Bruins don't have that right now.
Yeah, I agree with you. I'd throw Swayman in right now. I don't know if Cassidy has learned his lesson from last year, sticking with Tuukka Rask too long, if that was just a Tuukka problem. But I'd have a real short hook.
If you go home 2-0, you got to make that change.
I make it right now, mid-game. I make it right now. Pull his ass and try and put some fight. Like you said, they haven't scored. They've scored 2 goals all season against this team. And not that a goalie is going to affect your offense, but he can lift a team and play. And we've seen them play a little bit faster, a little bit harder, a little bit more enthusiastic in front of Swayman than Ullmark for a good chunk of this season. Obviously, maybe the moment's too big for Ullmark. I know it's not all his fault. He's not giving up total softies, but he's also, like you said, not stealing you a game. And you need that right now. So this isn't working. Change. You got to do something different. And where's Marchand? And where's Pasternak? Where's Bergeron? Where are these guys? Where are your best players right now?
Yeah, 1 goal in his last 14 games for Marchand, and it was an empty netter. I mean, that's a problem. I'm not so worried about Pasternak again. I think he had good looks. You mentioned finish. Same thing with Taylor Hall. You just got to finish them. They both had real good looks. I expect those to come even when Pasternak came back from injury. He was putting up numbers. I think he had a hat trick or close to 2 goals when he kind of came back. So, I mean, I'm not worried about him. Marchand and Bergeron are the guys. I mean, I know Bergeron had a hat trick later in the year, but at the last game of the year, I think he put in a hat trick. Marchand's the guy. I mean, he's what kind of makes that first line. He's the engine that makes that first line drive, honestly. I mean, he's your best all-around forward. He's probably the best left winger in hockey, bar none. And you really need him to start stepping up. I mean, that's a huge hole. If you can get, that line clicking, you got the goal out of Taylor Hall in that second line. I mean, at least you get both those lines clicking. But I think that your offense starts with Marchand. I think that's the driving force. He's your best, most skilled player. I mean, yeah, Pasternak's your best goal scorer, but Marchand's your best skilled player. And if he's not clicking like this in the last month and a half right now, 14 games, I mean, that's a problem for this Bruins team.
Down 2-0, game and a period into it. Do you hit this panic button? I'm saying change the goalie. Now I'm suggesting to you.
I'm putting.
Do you put the erection line back up together? Is that
yeah,
what
I mean, I'm putting him right back up there. I mean, at some point, you can't let this series get away from you. If it's a series against, it's even a Tampa Bay in any of these series, you can't let it get away from you. You got to make the changes early. We'll allude to the Patriots. You've seen them halftime adjustments. I mean, you're down 2 goals in game 2. You're down 1-0 in the series. I mean, at some point, you need a spark. And I know Hall and Pasternak have played good together, but put that number 1 line. See if you can you got to get back in this game. Even if
at least give him a couple shifts. Give him a couple shifts and see if it looks right.
I want to see some more fight because you went down 2-1 game 1, or 2-0 game 1. You came to that second, you got that third goal in there, so 2-1, and then you had that momentum and you just couldn't capitalize on it. Even if you go, lose a 4-3 game or something, just show me some fight, give yourself some momentum going back. And if that line starts erupting and you need to make those adjustments going back to game 3 at home, you need to do it. You can't piss away this. I mean, you're thinking about Bergeron probably done after this.
Yeah.
Refuses to sign extension, refuses to talk to extension. I mean, go out and win it for him. Let's go. I'm tired of this shit.
Hockey guy,
it's not even over yet because obviously if we can go home, win a game there, the series isn't over. Do whatever.
If you lose tonight, it's over.
I don't think so. You still got your home until you lose at home. It's not over yet. So you go back to Boston. You can pull 1 out. You can pull 2 out. It's still a series. So do everything you can. I think you got to put Swayman in there. But I have a question for you, Bill. Would you rather watch the Celtics the rest of this playoff run for fire Sweeney? Because they're on all accounts, they're saying if the Bruins loses, Sweeney's gone. So what would you rather have? The Bruins to keep going and have Sweeney there for next year, or fire Sweeney now and watch the Celtics for the rest of this playoff run?
I mean, the answer is the Bruins. I want to see the Bruins win a
You'd
Stanley
rather
Cup.
see-
Wow.
Well, no, because I think, this is better. We're going to do a little bit of Bruins game 2 talk after this, but we got to record it later. I was going to save that question, but that's okay. If the Bruins get to the second round, Sweeney's safe. If they lose the first round, I think he's gone. So you'd rather have a second round exit and Sweeney in the future than watch the Celtics make their way to the Eastern Conference Finals.
No. So the way you were framed that question, Rich, and the way Ray,
It's the same fucking
framed
way
it.
I did it. You fucking
no, because I said I would rather watch the Bruins win the Stanley Cup. If Rich just framed it as, if it was a second round exit, would you rather them?
Yeah, a little bit tougher. A little bit tougher question.
He
there.
framed the question a little
gotcha.
bit. Your
Okay.
question was too open.
It's okay, right? We have our roles here, and
I always thought I think you guys are on my level of dumb, so I like how Rich brings it to a smarter man.
Yours was
perspective.
open-ended.
You're like my
I feel-
wife. You
so
say
you left
half
it-
of the things you're thinking out loud and expecting to know what the fuck you're talking about.
Yeah.
So if I could
yeah.
watch them win the Stanley
Exactly.
Cup, of course I'll put up with Don Sweeney. You win a Stanley Cup, you're good for another 5 years in my book. That's your
we'll just
window.
keep drafting
But
scrubs, but you'll have that. You'll have that
Oh,
Stanley
yeah,
Cup.
that's
Stanley
one
Cup,
ring,
that's
baby.
fine. But if it was the second round exit, then absolutely losing the first round, fire Sweeney. I'll watch the Celtics.
Let's go,
win
Rob
the
Williams.
NBA. Let's go, Rob. Let's go, Time Lord. I want to watch you win the NBA championship.
All right, a little game 2 talk. Here's mine. Woof.
Can I give you mine?
Sure.
Bruins suck.
They I'll tell you this, and this is honestly, this segment can end on this sentence. The Bruins are just not as good as the Carolina Hurricanes. You're just seeing a team run up against a team that is not as good as their opponent. That's it. I mean, they tried everything. When we were recording last night, I was calling for Swayman by the second period. We were also calling for the erection line. Cassidy pulled the trigger on that. That didn't help. Bergeron got 2 goals, but Pasternak's basically been a 0, except for clipping the fucking goalie and ruining a power play.
He took out a goalie. That's all he did.
And ruined a power play. And Marchand did the same thing, slashed the goalie and ruined a power play. I think their attempted mentality at pushing back with toughness does not match their.
They're pussies.
Well, I don't know if they're mentally pussies. They're just not big and strong enough to be able to do anything about it. Like they
But
want
they're big. They're big and slow, so they should be strong. But yet they're not. They're just slow and
Yeah.
they can't score. They can't do shit. They can't do anything right. And Carolina is just the better team.
They're just middling. And 2 ways to look at this. When the season started, you and I were on the same page. This roster was not constructed to go anywhere outside of the first or second round. They signed the Foligno Phalanges of the world and the in these middle 6 guys
For Bart.
just guys that didn't push the needle and filled some space in their roster and got them exactly where they are right now, which is a team that cannot elevate in a postseason series to where they need to be. And you're just seeing that you're lacking skill, you're lacking toughness, you're lacking size, you're lacking speed. You're just a middling team.
What is
That's
the goal differential? 20-3 right now, or something stupid like that.
Well, what was the final score?
They had
5-2. So that would make it 27-4. I think my math is correct there. 27-4. Bergeron with 2 of them last night. Notice how I said they scored 2 goals. Bergeron had 2 of them. That would make who with 0?
Pasternak.
Oh,
still.
yes. And everybody else, including Brad Marchand, David Pastrnak, Patrice Bergeron, Taylor Hall, 2 of the top 4 forwards in the league. And they can't, I'm not going to say leak a drop. They got 2, but it was an ugly 2. And you're just getting outclassed. You're just getting outclassed. I mean, you knocked the fucking goalie out and you lost to the rookie Russian. Like, what do you want? What do you want?
Hampus Lindholm out indefinitely, so I don't think he's going to be back in the playoffs, even if we make a run at this. McAvoy got injured last night; he got taken out. I mean,
well, let's stick on the Lindholm thing real quick because this could have extending consequences here. So first off, what did you think of the hit?
clean.
I thought it was fine. I mean, clearly it caught him in the head because he went and got concussed, but
Yeah.
he didn't launch. He didn't hit him in the head directly. I think he went into the chest and came through.
Came up. Yeah.
I don't know if you watched New England Sports Tonight with Felger and Holly, but they had Amante on, and he said like the clearest indicator of someone hitting somebody in the chest is their stick broke, and that's what happened to Lindholm. He was holding the butt of his stick. So you're holding your stick like this. If you're listening, I'm holding it against my chest. Someone hits you in the chest, it snaps the stick against your chest. So clearly, he didn't hit him in the fucking head. So yeah, clean
Makes
hit,
sense.
but. Sorry, to your point, probably out indefinitely. We'll see if he can get back. Here's a bigger concern. They signed this guy for 8 seasons. Did not look up to snuff here in just 2 playoff games, and we might not see him again in the playoffs for who knows how long. Who knows what the outcome of this Bruins round 1
Could be a
loss is gonna
Savard
be.
kind of implications if he got hit if his bell got rung that hard.
Yeah,
'Cause, the reports coming back was like, oh, he was able to travel home. It's like he got fucked up that bad where they were concerned that he wouldn't even be able to make it and stay in Carolina for this. So he got fucked up pretty good. We'll see what happens. I mean, I know they're hockey players, hockey tough and all that, but you get your bell rung that hard. I mean, CTE shit and all that stuff nowadays.
Especially now, like, I think that's half the reason probably Bergeron's thinking about calling it quits. Like he's 1 concussion away from, sipping out of a fucking straw. So yeah, they can happen to these guys. You take a hit and you're never the same player. And speaking of same player, I don't know if he's the guy that we were expecting to see. I mean, he certainly was not pushing guys off the front of the net. He was certainly not laying hits like McAvoy was. And, the stylistic play from a guy that big doesn't really match up to his size.
No.
In the playoffs, it hasn't.
Big pussy. That's all he is.
Other than that, I don't know. Like I said, I think the biggest story coming out of this game and the last 2 games is the Bruins tried to match the intensity and the physicality of the Hurricanes. They tried to match the skill of the Hurricanes, and they can't. They're just not as good. I mean, I think it's that simple.
No, I agree. I think Carolina's the best team in the East right now. It's either them or Florida. And from there, I mean, it's going to be fire Sweeney. They're saying Bruce Cassidy could be going along with them because if you get a new GM, you get a new coach usually.
Generally.
Is this going to be the thing that they're going to blow it up and start all over? Is this going to be the thing that we're talking?
Sorry to interrupt. Go ahead.
No, but like Brad Marchand, is he going to be on the trade table? Like, what's the implication? Who are they going to keep? How big of a blow up is this going to be? This is my big question.
They have to get rid of Sweeney. I mean, it was fire Sweeney for a long time. His drafts have been atrocious. He's made some decent trades. Taylor Hall is on this roster. More so, I think, because he wanted to come to Boston than Don
I was
Sweeney.
gonna say that. I think that was Taylor's Hall.
Charlie Coyle's a good 3rd line center, and because of the cap going up this in the next year or so, his numbers not hurting you too much. He signed his own guy. He signed his own guys for great deals, for really, really great deals. But outside of that, man, you look at this Allmark move. That was a mistake. Forbort was a mistake. Foligno was a mistake. Say what you want about Nosek. Howla has had a good year.
Lindholm trade could be a
Lindholm
mistake.
might be the biggest mistake of them all. So outside of signing his own guys to team-friendly deals, which has probably little to do with him and more to do about the Boston Bruins organization and Patrice Bergeron, yeah, you gotta get rid of this guy. And generally, when the GM goes, the coach goes. I'm interested to see how Cam Neely comes out of this, president of hockey operations or whatever his title is. See if he makes it out clean. But you're gonna call for a sweep now? Are the Bruins gonna get swept, or are they gonna pull one out? We got Swayman in net here for Game 3 coming up. Do you think they pull one out of their ass? And I'll give you my answer. Yeah, I don't think it's a sweep. I think it's a gentleman's sweep. I think they get one home in Boston. They get the Boston juice and they pull one out, but it's probably a gentleman's sweep. And going home after that.
I said it was a sweep. I'm gonna say let's go 7 games. Let's just fuck
All right,
out.
Okay, fine. Go fuck yourself. Let's do this. Let's go back in time and reverse scales and throw it over to headlines with the obvious one. That's a little production magic for you there.
I got wicked confused real quick.
Okay, headlines to the obvious one.
Thank you there, Richard. The Celtics bounced back against Giannis and the Bucks in a Game 2 victory, 109-86. Jaylen Brown led all scorers with 30 points, 25 were in the first half. The Celtics and Bucks resume the series next month on Saturday in Milwaukee because the NBA needs 7 days off. The Bruins dropped Game 1 and probably Game 2, 5-1. Did Pasternak score a goal there, Bill? Did he score any goals? Was he in the lineup? Hard to say because he wasn't there. Ray Stradamus says the Bruins will get their ass kicked tonight in Game 2. The collective New England Patriots fan base is still reeling from what is being heralded as the worst NFL draft in the history of worst things. Prayers up. The Yankees have won 1 billion games straight, and the Red Sox suck. This has been Headlines with the obvious one. Back to you, Richard.
Thank you, Raymond. Let's shift ahead here to the Patriots Draft. We did a full show on this that's coming out on Tuesday, so tune in for that. But we'll do a abbreviated version. That means short, right? Abbreviated.
Thank you.
That should have been your nickname in high school. That would have been great.
I was thinking that before you said it. I'm like, oh.
Although Bill doesn't get shit for being the same height as you. Maybe no.
It's because he's gray. He's gray and gorgeous. He doesn't have to.
He's also thinner, so it doesn't look as like.
I don't know, man. I saw him yesterday on the golf course. He ain't that much thinner than me.
Should we slip in the old classic "you fat fuck" clip from our early days?
Oh, that jersey down in Philadelphia was that was epic.
Yeah, it was on 12 layers.
What a segment.
I was fucked up that day.
What size do you need? Extra large? You fat fuck. Coming from you. All right, Patriots draft. Let's run through these draft picks and let's just give me a suck or non-suck, okay? First round, 29th pick overall, trading down from the 21st. Guard, super guard out of Tennessee, Chattanooga, Cole Strange.
Suck.
Suck.
The only thing cool about Cole Strange is they wear 69, so you can get Strange 69 jerseys. That's the only thing cool about that.
I don't know why I find that so funny. This is fucking stupid.
You can actually order, you can have those custom made at irenesp.com too if you're looking for anything like that. Bill knows. Second round pick, 50th overall, wide receiver Tyquan Thornton out of Baylor.
Suck.
Third round, 85th overall, cornerback out of Houston, Marcus Jones, also more of a return guy. People are calling him the next Devin Hester. He has 2 broken shoulders. He's double bad wing Bill.
Fast suck.
Suckety suck.
I'll give it an okay. Fourth round, cornerback out of Arizona State, Jack Jones is a real piece of shit off the field.
A+. Great pick. I like this one.
Spite pick, raised for the assholes. Bill, are you on board with the assholes?
I love assholes, but I hate the Patriots draft, so suck.
Mark that down, right? 806. Bill, I love assholes.
Loves assholes.
Just loop that into something, okay?
Oh yeah.
I don't trust anyone that won't eat ass. You don't like no buttholes, I won't trust you.
How about plugging them? Billy Zape goes 137 overall in the 4th round.
You missed Pierre Strong. You missed Pierre Strong again.
I was gonna go with that next. Okay, but all right, fine. You get what's the next one, Ray?
127, Pierre Strong, 4th round out of South Dakota State. He is a very fast young man, but small in size.
Not suck. I'm gonna give that a not suck.
He will be your James White.
There you go. Billy Zape out of Western Kentucky threw for 75 touchdowns or something.
Are you calling him Billy or Bailey?
Bailey Zape. Bailey Zapp.
Oh, I keep hearing Billy.
Might be Zapp. Bailey Zapp out of Western Kentucky, quarterback, a 4th round quarterback to back up your franchise guy, Mac Jones, who is his 2nd year in the league. Suck.
You also have Brian Hoyer and Jared Stidham. Suck.
5th round, the Patriots don't select in the 5th round. 6th round, you got 3 of these. Running back, Kevin Harris out of South Carolina. Big running back, bruising running back.
Practice squad, suck.
Nice
all
practice
suck.
squad
It's
edition,
terrible.
suck. 6th round, defensive tackle, Sam Roberts out of Northwest Missouri State.
Why do they have to come from small schools? Why can't you go out of the SEC, Big 10, Big 12? Why are you going out of the Northwest Missouri State? Suck.
Suck. 6th round, guard, Chasen Hines, LSU. There's a big school for you, Ray.
Thank you. I like it.
You like that pick?
I'm going to go okay. It's the 6th round. Okay.
I'm going to
No,
go
I hate-
suck
I hate
because you
it.
already
Suck.
drafted a guard and then you followed it up with an offensive lineman.
No, it's
Andrew
gonna-
Stuba out of Michigan in the 3rd round.
No, it's
In
going to
the
be
7th
funny
round.
is when this Chasen Hines guy is the starter over Cole Strange.
Yeah, exactly.
That's going to be the funny part.
Bill, phone guy Bill, was this a Belichick or a Matt Groh draft?
Matt Groh. He was defending it so strongly. I think that was his draft. And everybody made a big fuss about a collaboration draft last year. Dave Ziegler, Matt Groh was in there, whoever else they took with them to Houston and where's he, Vegas now. I mean, that's what you saw. Elliot Wolf kind of was in there too. I mean, this year just screamed like Belichick's fingerprints weren't on it a lot. A lot of reaches, a lot of like moving around the draft, which made zero sense at the time. It just didn't seem like a Belichick-ass draft.
Right.
Which is weird to me. Like, to piggyback off of you, Bill, is that he's so close to Shula's record. Like, why wouldn't your fingerprints, if you know that you're seeing the light at the end of the tunnel, you got probably 5 years left in this league, why wouldn't you be putting your fingerprints all over this draft?
I think there's more Belichick here than we've given it credit for in these two shows. So I'll give you a couple of examples. Drafting 2 running backs in one draft, Belichick. He's done that 3 or 4 times. Getting 2 running backs in the 4th-ish round, that screams Belichick to me. Having depth, young, cheap depth at running back screams Belichick. Drafting a quarterback in the 4th round to have a cheap backup option behind Mac Jones screams Belichick to me. I don't know how much we want to get into the 6th and 7th rounders because it's hard to really tell at that point in time. You'd hope they're just going with the best guy on the board. But the Cole Strange and Tyquan Thornton scream Matt Groh. The reach for a tough player because you want a tough team and a fast player because you want a fast team screams Matt Groh. Marcus Thornton, the all-around Devin Hester, can play. People are comparing him to Troy Brown. That's got Belichick's finger on it. The 2 cornerbacks in a row says maybe Belichick is picking this one and now Matt Groh picks the other one and they both pick a cornerback and see which one works. Like,
The asshole is going to work.
however you want to define it, here's the word I'll give you: dysfunctional. It just feels dysfunctional down there right now. And the way that their division is shaping up and their conference is shaping up, not looking good, boys. Not looking good. Hopefully they can
6
prove us wrong.
wins, 7 wins if you're lucky. I mean, you're looking that bad right now.
Bill, what are you playing? Fucking Candy Crush or something? You're trying to schedule another goddamn drill guy to come fix your refrigerator?
Just putting up their just streaming the Red Sox game.
He's quit. He's quit on the Bruins, and now a game in fucking May. The Red Sox.
It's like a total drug addict. You just know your life's going downhill, but you need another bump.
Yeah.
So
Speaking
Bill
of
goes
that,
to the Red Sox.
speaking of a bump, let's get an afternoon delight, and we'll do a 30-second Red Sox segment.
They suck.
There it is.
Sky rockets in flight. Afternoon delight. You guys have it, I think. Afternoon delight.
I don't know, Ron. That sounds kind of crazy.
Okay, welcome back, Bill. Please repeat what you said off air for this is our Red Sox segment.
They suck.
Let's get to the simplest minds of the week to finish.
No,
the show.
but I'll tell you though, like Michael Walker has been the one bright spot. He's
What? Wait.
Hold on.
Can you say that one more time?
Shut
as
up,
much
Ray.
as I-
Bill's trying to say something.
Let me finish.
Go ahead, Bill.
As much as I hated the signing,
Ray's been muted.
the Red Sox are 4-1 in games that he's pitched. They're 6-13 in games that he hasn't pitched. He's a lone bright spot for this team. It was a shame they took him out last night at 5 2/3 with 60 pitches in a 2-0 game. Guys throwing heat. I mean, he's off to a good start. We'll see what happens when the weather starts turning and it gets warmer. But right now, I mean, he's the pit. Like you shake your head, but it's a true thing.
No, Bill, you've been saying this now for a few weeks. You had pointed out that Michael Wacha, just keep an eye on him because could be the lone bright spot. So
Yeah, Garrett Whitlock's
What?
starting tonight. Yeah.
What?
what's that, Ray? Do
That
you have
was
any
me.
other? What's that?
No, that was me that said that.
Oh, you said that?
Yeah.
That was you? Oh, okay.
That was me.
We'll have to run the tape.
Baseball Ray. Baseball
Doesn't-
guy Ray.
That doesn't sound right. That doesn't
No,
that
that
doesn't
doesn't sound right
add
at all.
up. Can I
No,
ask you a real question? What's the fix? Is there one?
I mean, you want to say pitching, you need bullpen help. You need a closer for sure. But I mean, the offense has been terrible. You have no first baseman. Bobby Dahlbach sucks. It's bad enough you're playing Frenchie Cordero. You got rid of
That's
Travis
inexcusable.
Shaw.
Sorry to interrupt you, but the management of first base by the Red Sox for the last 2 years has been inexcusable. You had cheap options out there just to just pull the string until Christian Cassis, who, by the way, has never played an MLB game before. I know that he's a highly touted prospect, but that doesn't mean he's going to come in here and hit 30 home runs and hit 300. Like, he's going to need time to adjust, and there's no guarantee he's going to even be good. So for them just to rely on Bobby fucking Dahlbach, the guy who we were monitoring the Mendoza line for the majority of last year until September, when all of a sudden, for some reason, he got hot, probably did some fucking steroids, for them to rely on him instead
Allegedly.
of going and paying an Anthony Rizzo $8 million or going after the
18,
big fish
yeah.
and Freddie Freeman, whose deal looks like a fucking steal compared to what you're playing Trevor Story, who can't hit the broad side of a barn. Fuck the Red Sox. Fuck this management. Heimblum sucks, and your stupid petty cash fucking management style. Go pay for a first baseman of the goddamn Red Sox.
Anthony Rizzo and Aaron Judge combined have more home runs than 9 MLB teams, and the Red Sox are on that list. They've had 18 home runs combined for the two. The Red Sox have had hit 15 as a team. I mean, that's where you want it. I mean, that you wanted. That's a guy I identified. I didn't want Kyle Schwarber last year. I mocked it. I mean, it was good. Yeah, he was playing first base at the end of the year, but he had a good bat. But Anthony Rizzo was a guy that I wanted. I bitched up here that 2 top 15 prospects. You went out and traded for fucking Kyle Schwarber and tried to hope that you can make him a first baseman. No, Anthony Rizzo is a guy. He's been in this organization before. Is a guy that you could have probably re-signed. You saw the Yankees sign him for 2 years for $18 million. It's $9 million a year. Why is he not starting at first base right now? And that's the guy you should have targeted. And that's a big hit. You traded for him. You got him if you got him in here, I think if you had it legit him, you're looking at a team that could you would potentially beat Houston last year.
You could have had him, and you could have had Schwarber with what.
Yeah, you could have got them
was
both,
mine.
but you
could
didn't
have
want
done
to.
it. But hey, Bill, they're a top 5 team. They're a top 5 farm system now. So
yeah, great.
You know
That's
what?
all
That's
you care
great.
about, yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
They got the number 1 prospect in baseball.
Can I answer your question real quick, Richard? How is this going to turn around? Liverpool just made the Champions
Can you mute
League
him again,
finals.
and let's go
No.
to civil
And
minds.
then Pittsburgh Penguins are in the playoffs still. So once both those teams or seasons are over, then John Henry will go to his third-rated team, which is the Red Sox, and be like, "Oh, what can I do to drive ticket sales?" That's when all this will start turning around.
What's the
Well,
most
he'll need
valuable?
He'll
team
need a
that,
vacation in
out of the
between
3?
that, so it might need a couple weeks before
Liverpool?
Liverpool is more valuable than the Red Sox at like $3 billion.
Yeah.
2.5, $3 billion. Yeah,
I think
okay.
Liverpool is more. I think that it's like Cowboys, Patriots, Liverpool.
No, so all those Premier League teams are all fucking.
Manchester United's the most expensive.
How much is
Okay,
Cowboys
we're gonna
are
do
up
a simplest
there again,
minds of the
different
week to end the show here. Be right back.
Are you stupid or something? I'm as stupid as stupid does.
Yep, Liverpool's valued more. Suck my dick.
How much? No, I wasn't being a dick. I was
God,
legit
you're
asking
such
that
an
question. You're
asshole.
so spiteful. I was legit asking you a question.
They're
What is
valued at
valued more?
$4.1 billion.
What are the Sox? Sox are like 2.6.
Hold on. God damn it.
But in today's market, you go up to Jesus Christ. The Bruins have 4 guys in the penalty box right now.
It's going great.
Red Sox are worth $3.9 billion.
Okay, so it's not that.
In
far.
what? 4 point what?
One.
And what
Oh,
are the Patriots
Jesus,
worth?
So they're even.
Do you want me to tell you?
Yeah.
5. Suck my dick, Ray. You want to go to the simplest minds of the week, boys?
Yes, please.
Yes.
You get playoff
Okay.
hockey to finish.
Okay. The lone guy on this list is the dumb
No.
motherfucker. Fucking A, Ray. All right. God damn it. Now you've tipped me. Now you've tipped the scale. Go ahead. What do you got?
Ryan Tannehill. Have they go to see a therapist because he threw 3 interceptions?
Hold on. Mute. How do I mute him? I can't. Just shut up. Bill, and riddle me this. We have a text exchange that pretty much fucking dings nonstop. Am I right?
Correct.
Did Ryan Tannehill come across that ever when I asked for examples of it?
I hate to agree with Ray, but yes.
Oh, you motherfucker. Let me look.
It did. You read it back. You like the guy that attacked Dave Chappelle, and then Ray goes, Ryan Tannehill, blah, blah, blah. And then I think we started another conversation.
Simplest Minds is the idiot who attacked Dave Chappelle last night. I'm golfing. Won't be home till 7:15. I sent King of the Castle. Castle.
Right in between that, Tannehill.
There is a
simplest
Tannehill.
mind, went to therapy to get help after his 3 interceptions and refused to help Malik Willis.
I'm going to tell you right now, I don't have it. Now, to be
that's-
fair, that gift took like 20 minutes to send, so maybe I went through a bad pocket.
Yeah, you might have not just got it, but he did send it. But either way, it's not Ryan Tannehill.
Fine. But Ray, throw your candidate out there. Ryan Tannehill, why is he the simplest mind of the week?
Ryan Tannehill, after throwing 3 interceptions against Kansas City, had to go see a therapist over the offseason because he was having, sad thoughts about throwing 3 interceptions to Kansas City, like a little bitch. Oh, the Bruins score again there, Bill. And then the Titans drafted Malik Willis, the kid from Liberty, and Ryan Tannehill came out and said he refuses to help him or mentor him during his rookie
Brett
year.
Favre said the same thing about Aaron Rodgers. He goes, I'm not going to mentor that kid. Tom Brady said the same thing about Jimmy Garoppolo. It's not my job to mentor these kids. Come on, I don't care about
Tell me the difference between Tom Brady, Brett Favre, and Ryan Tannehill.
Hall of Famers.
Right. The gall on Ryan Tannehill.
Hey, you could score on a power play? That's fucking weird.
Hey, Bill, shape up. What's your candidate for simplest minds of the week? Other than
forgot
Don
his name,
Sweeney.
but the 23-year-old that thought it was a good idea to rush the stage at Dave Chappelle. Tuesday night, Wednesday night, whatever, Monday night, whatever it was.
Tuesday night until Wednesday morning, yeah.
20 he with a fake gun. He had a fake gun and a knife on him.
Oh, it was fake?
Yeah, it was fake. Rushed the stage, tried to tackle Dave Chappelle, failed to tackle him, and then got stomped out by Jamie Foxx and Busta Rhymes. I'm not sure if you've seen Busta Rhymes right now, but he looks like he looks like he's been eating steroids since fucking Woo Ha came out way back in the day. Like that's how fucking it's insane. And you saw him, he got taken to the hospital with minor injuries, but Dave Chappelle's people beat the shit out of him. And it's like, come on, dude. You're at a comedy festival. Like, did Will Smith give the right now to try to go attack comedians? Like, come on, like everything's funny. Like, what the fuck? Just mentally unstable, and I'm glad he got the living shit kicked out of him. Not
Isaiah
Lee, yeah, not like Chris Rock, who let Will Smith go back to his seat like a little bitch. This guy got the shit kicked out of him. I'm glad to see it.
Did you see Chris Rock was there and they got him on live mic saying, was that Will Smith?
Yeah.
Did you see obviously you saw the pictures of this Isaiah Lee kid after like the snapped arm in half? Like
they beat the fuck
the
out
two
of him.
broken wrists.
Chappelle and Jamie
shoulder.
Foxx got on stage. We're talking about it, dropping N-bombs all over the place. Chapter 1, but like Chappelle's like, something I've never done at a show. I just checked off a box. I just stomped the motherfucker backstage.
Dude, have you Dave Chappelle's?
He's big too.
He's not that skinny motherfucker from Half Baked anymore.
He shrugged that off. That was like, that wouldn't even faze him.
He sidestepped, and next thing you know, Jamie Foxx is curb stomping someone.
Yeah,
you can't say that, Bill.
Yeah, that's right.
Why not?
I like
That's
the. What a fucking idiot! All right, this has been the Simple Sports Show, Friday Rewind, May 6th. Oh, happy Cinco de Mayo, Bill. I hope you have a good day.
That's a drinking holiday?
And it is. I'm surprised he made it today, to be honest.
It's a work day.
Okay. We'll see you on Tuesday. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Hey, Bill, may the 4th be with you.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Check it out.
Fucking nerd.
The only thing you need to do right here is just nod your fucking head. Yeah. Break your fucking neck, bitches. Yeah. Here we go now. Where we going now?
So I figured you knew because you were giving me the warnings that I was
I knew.
coming up.
Yeah, I got those wandering eyes.
Just give it away.
I got the wandering eyes and like the fucking spaz. Oh, that something bad's about to happen. Fuck.
Dude, it's the most nerve-wracking game. It really is to watch.
Playoff hockey is you can lose some weight watching playoff hockey.
Oh yeah.
Really?
sleep
Try it,
late.
right?
Dude, the Bruins Blackhawks series.
I
think
watched it the other night. I didn't lose
They had
any
one
weight.
game went to like 3 overtimes. I remember going to bed at like 3 a.m., getting up at like 5 to go to work. Those days,
Where's
only
the place?
for playoff.
Where did you watch the finals when the Bruins were in the finals?
Atlantic City.
Yeah, I remember the story you told me about that. I always giggle about your story about Atlantic City.
Yeah, that was a fun night.
Shall you go on, or should we just assume hookers and cocaine?
Well, no. So was on a work event.
Yes. No, but yes.
No, I didn't trust Atlantic City blood. I was down there for a work event. I was watching the Bruins win the Stanley Cup by myself in the bar at MGM. I took 4 shots of Patron, walked out of the bar, fell into a nice, delicious lady. I was like, "Hey, where are you going right now?" She's like, "Nothing. Walk back to my room." I'm like, "Hey, I'm going to the beach bar. Let's go." One thing led to another. Got a little bit of dark chocolate. Went home. Woke up. I kicked her out at like 5 a.m. Got in the car, drove all the way back here.
And that's where the train of STDs started.
No.
Oh, before that, no, we've established that was back in Nam. That was Seoul, Korea.
When he was trying heroin for the first time and just laying down the law over there in Vietnam.
Laying down the law. Let's go ahead and start the show, the Simple Mind Sports Show, where we talk New England sports and the latest and greatest.
Doing it like I never did before for me. The way you break your back and I break your neck and the way you try to put it on the floor for me. Come on. Oh yeah, tell me where my niggas is at. Okay, let me bless y'all niggas one time when I lock it down and I hit you with that. That bomb shit. Y'all niggas know all day we be making it drop. Y'all niggas know every time we come through this motherfucker we be always taking a rock. So let me blow this bitch. Y'all niggas know when we come we be making it flop. The way we making it hot and make a nigga wanna stop. Get money and cash that check for me. All my niggas just bust your check for me. Everybody from every club bang your head till you break your motherfucking neck for me. Just let me give you real street shit to ride in your shit with. We try your seat. We want this heat keep bouncing up and down these streets. So nod your head and break your neck, nigga. Break your neck, nigga. Break your neck, nigga. Bang your head until you start to break your neck, nigga. Break your neck, nigga. Break your neck, nigga. Break your neck. Come along now, let's put it down, nigga. When I bounce back and you know I done caught my breath. Y'all niggas all know how we do when the way we bang niggas in the head and we do it to death. Reach for them back, water the fireball, you know we're making an ounce. I know you love the way we be giving you the music, making you bounce. So fuck it up just a little for my niggas every time we come through. Niggas know that we did it for y'all. And the way we do it for the people, niggas know that we always give it to y'all. I said bounce. In the daytime or the night when you creep on the low and just bang this shit up in the truck while you break your nigga motherfuckers try to fake on my flow. See the way we come right through. When we come right through, we be always blowing the spot again and again and make a nigga really wanna stop. Better tell your crew, your peeps, so my niggas better put their troops on. And gather up your soldier niggas, you know you better keep your boots on. All my niggas in the place, yo, wave your hands high now. And the way we put it down, make a nigga wonder what he really gonna try now. What you really wanna do, just place your bet and put your money where your mouth is. All my niggas in the street, just break your neck and keep on bouncing. Just let me give you real street shit to ride in your shit with. We try your seat, we want this heat, keep bouncing up and down these streets. So nod your head and break your neck, nigga. Break your neck, nigga. Break your neck, nigga. Bang your head until you start to break your neck, nigga. Break your neck, nigga. Break your neck, nigga. Break your neck. Here we go now. And you know every time bust a bus be holding the fort, my nigga watch, I'll be shutting it down. The way we put it on, coming through like a steamroller, me and Dre, nigga ain't no fucking around. My nigga, what? Yeah, what up? Me and my team got a link, cause you know we stay chopping it up. And when we get up in the club, all of my niggas at the bar, now we locking it up. And we get a little high, and we get a little drunk, and we get a little drunk. Let me give y'all niggas some shit that make you wanna bang this out your trunk. Come on, get money and cash that check for me. All my niggas just bust your check for me. Everybody from every hood, bang your head till you break your motherfucking neck for me. Just let me give you real street shit to ride in your shit with. We try your seat, we want this heat, keep bouncing up and down these streets. So nod your head and break your neck, nigga. Break your neck, nigga. Break your neck, nigga. Bang your head until you start to break your neck, nigga. Break your neck, nigga. Break your neck, nigga. Break your neck.
Pussy. Pussy. Gonna pull a game weak.
This is a wet ass pussy. Fuck it with a mop for this wet ass pussy. Give me everything you got for this wet ass pussy. Beat it up. Chapter 1, get your car. Extra charge. Push pussy in the real face. In the bar. In the wet ass pussy.
Clearly, you didn't look at the lyrics before trying that at all, did you? Thank you for that. That was nice.
McPhee pays his debts.
Always.
Hey, Ray.
Hello, Richard. Thank you. I'm in a great mood. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah. No, I've been in a real bad mood all day, so that actually lifted me up too. So,